Whenever the topic of the Meta Quest 2 comes up, it's always within the context of gaming, that there aren't enough games, that the games aren't AAA, and that the limited graphics power of the Quest 2 holds VR back from what it could be. But rarely does anyone mention the strengths of the Quest 2, and those strengths are significant. Your Meta Quest 2 can do a lot more than gaming. Here's 3 reasons why Meta still controls one of the most important pieces of consumer technology in 2023. Number 1. Wireless is more than Beat Saber. The debate about wired VR only matters when deciding the type of gaming you prefer. While Sony's PSVR2 renews the wired gaming conversation, wireless has always been VR's North Star. Meta's standalone Quest 2, based on mobile chips, like the processors that power your cell phone, Meta's pitching that this lower powered but high performance tech allows users to move freely in ways that you just can't do with a cord anchored to a PC. Sure, the trade-off is that you don't get the high-end abilities of an expensive desktop, but the engineers and developers have found a way to squeeze a lot out of that little headset. See the video where I talk about VR streaming potential in the link above. Meta has opened up a whole world of fitness and movement possibilities on the Quest 2. Fitness apps took off during COVID, and models like Supernatural, O-Shape, and Beat Saber work best when you're not sitting in your seat. Full 360 movement and immersive sensory experiences could be done in PC VR, sure, but it's a pain in the butt. Working around cables, making sure the lighthouse and graphic settings are just right for optimal performance. With the Meta Quest 2 being standalone right out of the box, everything just works. And that's a big deal. That mobility not only allows users to do exhaustive fitness routines, but it also allows users to take the Quest outside freed from the desktop. Just like one Quest YouTuber who took it to a gym, letting a real-world boxer go the distance and thrill of the fight. Or another YouTuber who used his Quest as a fitness motivator on his path to losing weight. Look, for fear of sounding like a Meta sales pitch, it's all about mobility. Not only freedom from a bulky computer box, but freedom from the boundaries of location. Which brings me to number 2, productivity. I just can't count how many people ask me how I use the Quest for more than gaming. The Meta Quest 2 is a virtual office space. But did you know that for most people, it's good enough to be in office on the go? Meta loves to flaunt videos of how the Quest Pro integrates seamlessly with a laptop and is an amazing solution for working from home. And that's great for bringing a big virtual screen or even 3 screens into tiny apartments or closet office spaces like mine. But there isn't enough conversation around how you can take a basic Quest 2, a Bluetooth keyboard, a Bluetooth mouse, and a good Wi-Fi hotspot, and you can work from anywhere. Using the Quest as a cloud-based device is a game changer. Here, let me demonstrate. I'm using an Apple keyboard, which can pair to the Quest through the settings options. I've also paired a basic Microsoft mouse. From the home screen, I can pull up the browser using multitask to open up multiple windows and move around freely with the mouse. Now, you can use the Oculus controllers or even the hand tracking that Meta is really pushing, but I find the hand tracking inaccurate and tedious, frankly. But with a mouse and keyboard, all of my normal activities, like listening to background music or watching Twitter while I work, these were all doable on the Quest, just from the internal Android-based applications of the headset. Apps like Immersed and Meta's own Horizon Workroom take things a step further by allowing your access to your desktop through your Quest, as long as you're on the same Wi-Fi. So the ability to work totally within the headset does exist, whether I have a computer or not. But once you're able to power through the many issues of the core Quest operating system, the vision of a seamless virtual workspace starts to look clearer. For me, this remains the most impressive part of Meta's ambition. Working anywhere I want, away from home, is a powerful and relatively unknown selling point. But the most undercooked aspect of the Quest, potentially the most important element, is number 3, social networking. Both the greatest strength and greatest weakness of the Quest is the internal Meta social hub. There are 2, and it's easy to get them confused. For example, you've heard of Horizon Worlds. It's a social space within Meta's headsets that allows users to meet up in either user-generated worlds or hosted event spaces, see concerts, watch comedy shows, play awful user-generated games, or hang out in buggy rooms with screaming kids or adults acting like screaming kids. Okay, this looks bad. I'm not selling this well. These are the spaces that the press calls out for being largely empty. the failed metaverse. Except that's not true. This was never the metaverse. This was just a social hub. Horizon Worlds is sort of Meta's terrible attempt at creating its own rec room, and it's poorly curated, without direction or purpose. But within all that is a kernel of what Meta does brilliantly. The avatars are bright and expressive, the voice communication is crystal clear, and connecting with other friends in Meta's infrastructure, while buggy, is magical when it works. Which brings me to your personal home startup area. That's the other Meta social hub. Here you can use your Meta avatar and interact with your own circle of friends, or navigate your menus, or watch a very limited set of Meta curated movies. Basically all of the perks of Horizon Worlds with none of the intrusions. In an ideal world, this gaming, productivity, social rhythm is exactly how Meta wants you using their headset. And unless Sony drops PlayStation Home 2.0 tomorrow, Meta is uniquely positioned as the only headset in VR that has all of this out the box. But what do you think? Do you use Horizon Worlds or your personal home space? Did you know that your Quest does any of this stuff? Let me know in the comments. And until then, I'll see you in the future. Show out.